Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail heroic. All that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Dare to make war, we surrender.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. That means you're gonna make a profit.
Look, these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or sings tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla. And sorry about the technical difficulties today with YouTube. Now that last 10 seconds, that was my fault. I hit the unmute on the mic, but it didn't take. I should have watched for that extra second to make sure that it was actually recording. The light goes solid red. Otherwise, if it's blinking red, then it's muted. But now that it's solid red, it is picking up my sound. I now, of course, I'm getting the messages from people that I'm muted, but I'm 99% sure. Yeah, I'm sure now you guys can hear me. I don't know. I would try to do the same thing I always do with YouTube, but it wouldn't start the stream. I never had to do this before. I had to go back. I had to create a whole new stream in the new YouTube. Now I say the new, but I've been using this new system for 6 months. It's worked fine for 6+ months without issue. Sometimes it's a little slower than the old way, but it worked. Today, for the first time, it just wouldn't start the stream. Everything was working like it always did. I had to create a whole new stream, go back into XSplit, change to the new stream, and then thankfully, after an uncomfortable little while, it finally actually picked it up and it started. So I have no idea what I did wrong or what I have to do in the future. It just kind of worked. So sorry. And unfortunately, that means that even though I was finally ahead today and I tweeted out the URL for Bed Life an hour ago, it was the wrong URL because I had to change URL. So hopefully, if anybody does go to the old URL, they at least see the link I put in to come to this new link, even though, and then I retweeted out the new link and I said new URL. So hopefully people understand that there was a problem. So I know there were people here at the previous URL. I'm not sure who it was. Yosef Petrick is first. Qapla Yosef. also a friend of Kuroga. Thank you so much. Not Ryan Johnson says hello in Qapla. Hello in Qapla, not Ryan Johnson. Rock Solid Production, another friend of the channel, says he's late. He's late. Late for an important date. He's got to go. He's got to stream. He's late. He's late. He's late. Well, I don't know about any date, but yes, I take responsibility. I was late today. Actually, legit late. And Joseph, yes, technical difficulties. Thank you. Rock Solid says he's technically difficult. Technically, yes. 47 Yorktown says bonjour, everybody. Wow, you're getting all French and fancy on us, say 47 Yorktown. Qapla. And then Joseph finally goes live. Yes. Yes, they tried to keep me down, but I would not be defeated. I would not be defeated. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Qapla 47 Yorktown. That's the reading I was expecting. Joseph says, 47 Yorktown, you are being so rude, but I like you. Why is he being rude? Yitza says, the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, thank you. Rambling Canuck says, hello, Berto Praying All. Qapla, Rambling Canuck. And guys, if you have not seen Rambling Canuck's video that he put out this morning, the final battle in the ring, in the steel cage between Mighty Kurogan Empire by me versus Turtistan by Anti-Tracker, and the steel cage match to end all steel cage matches. Kuroga, I don't want to give away the ending, but let's just say I agree with it. So check out that video. I think it's like 8 minutes or so, maybe less. That Rock Solid. I'm sorry, Rambling Canuck put out this morning. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. And hail Kuroga. Thank you, Rambling. Ensign Ricky says, sup, Qapla, Ensign Ricky. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. And I'm busy grilling hot dogs. We'll catch you later. Enjoy your hot dogs, Mike Richards. I put in dog food this morning on Amazon Fresh because we were searching for food for Sassy because the food she likes was out of stock from the normal place we got it from. And so Amazon Fresh is kind of our backup, and they were out of stock. So I put in, wait, was it Amazon Fresh or Fresh Direct? I don't know. One of the places I put in dog food, and all hot dogs came up. It's like, that's not really right. They shouldn't bring hot dogs up if somebody types in dog food. At first I was like, oh, what are these hot dogs for dogs? And I realized, no, they just saw a dog and they, in the search, so they returned hot dogs. That's a very poor searching algorithm. Not Ryan Johnson says, wow, Bird wins a wrestling match against Anti-Tracker, and now he thinks he can show up whenever he wants. Shaking my head. Wow. First off, thanks for ruining it. Spoiler alert. Second, I always felt like I could show up whenever I wanted. Rock Solid says, ha ha ha, no audio. Thomas Potts says, that was a fake Bird and Anti-Tracker. Yeah, I know. Well, that bird could walk. It wouldn't have been as fun. Although it might have been funny watching me kick Anti-Tracker's ass from a wheelchair. That could have been funny. Dr. Scotty says, Bird of Prey, love the shirt, the DS Niners. Yes, a new shirt today, the Niners shirt from Deep Space Nine. And then tomorrow, which will be Deep Space Nine Wednesday, on Tuesday, I have another Deep Space Nine shirt ready to go. And welcome 47 Yorktown as a friend of Kuroga. Qapla 47 Yorktown, thank you so much. And there is an awesome blue 5, which now I know that my random choice is working because I set up it could be a 50% red blue, or it's 50% red or 50% blue, number 5. So awesome. Thank you for joining as a friend of the channel. And for those who don't know, just to take a quick moment, there's a new join button. You'll see it under the channel, under the video. If you want to subscribe monthly to my channel, there are 3 tiers: a friend of Kuroga, a Kuroga citizen, of which we currently only have one, LDG. And then there is also a Karogan Governor, which is an elite, ridiculously overpriced tier for people who won the lottery. You can be any one you want, and there are perks that come along with each. So thank you to 47 Yorktown for becoming our newest friend of Karoga. Thomas Potts' final battle. Last I checked, it was the only cage match. I'm pretty sure that the text in it said it was the final battle. Not Ryan Johnson wants fail Karoga. What's fail Karoga? I don't know. I don't even know what that word is. In front of Karoga, fail has no meaning. Rambling Canuck says, thank you, Bird of Prey. I'm glad you liked it. I did, Rambling. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings, Bird of Prey, Mamo Prey, Sissel Prey, Chico Prey, and fellow nerds. Thank you, Mountains of Elysium, Qapla. And he says, and greetings to Sassy, Chaser of Cats, Eater of Cookies, Stalker of Cardinals, the Filer of Cushions, and Scourge of the Squirrels. Aroo! Absolutely. Absolutely. Mountains of Elysium is hailing to 47 Yorktown. And not Ryan Johnson says, Bird of Prey, I spoiled nothing. You read it out loud, so it's your fault. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I did read it out loud. So, guys, today in history, now I don't know if it was a Monday when it happened. It's a 1 in 7 chance it was. But on October 5th, October 5th, 1813, the Americans kicked British ass in Canada at the Battle of the, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, the Thames, the Thames. I'm pretty sure they pronounce it how they pronounce that river in London. It's the Thames. Thames. It's pronounced, it's spelled Thames. The Battle of the Thames, as we would say in America. So that was a very important day in American history, the Battle of the Thames. Now, we just happened to take place in Canada, so it's no slight on Canada. It was British ass, though, we kicked in the War of 1812, which, of course, lasted into the 1813s. And it was a great American victory. And it happened on this day. 100, 200, 207 years ago. Amazing. And Joseph gets to use his custom emoji, and I do believe it's pronounced Thames, says CDJ. Thank you, CDJ. And I do believe that now that we have another friend of Karoga, I actually have the ability to make yet a 5th custom emoji. So I will work on that this week, hopefully. And at some point, whether it'll be tomorrow or probably later in the week, there will be yet another custom emoji for you guys to use. If you have any ideas on what you may want, let me know, and I will do my best. I'll do my best to fulfill it. I mean, we could have an anti-turd. We could have a turd with a no sign. I was thinking of putting that on, but if you prefer something else, you guys let me know. The Thames. Okay, so it's the Battle of the Thames. Not Ryan Johnson says, today in history, Bird crashed his first plane. Before that was a Kitty Hawk. There was a bird crash landing. And Joseph Patrick says, Bird of Prey, it was a Sunday. Sunday. See the Americans kick British ass at the Battle of the Thames in Canada. 1813. Somebody's walking past the house. Sassy's going off. Star Trek Nitpicker says, go Mets. That's okay, Star Trek Nitpickers. If you're secretly a Boston fan, we'll get over it. Dr. Alex, it's been so long. Qapla, Dr. Alex. Says, Qapla, Bird of Prey, the War of 1812, ? The reason the White House is the White House. Yeah, you dirty English bastards burnt our White House down. But hey, now when they rebuilt it, it got indoor plumbing and electricity. So frankly, we had to rebuild it anyway. DD Myers says, where did you get the shirt? Well, I get it from where I get most of my clothes, Amazon. Amazon. Literally searched for Deep Space Nine shirts, and this was one of the first ones to come up. And then the other one I have for tomorrow was the other one to come up. So, yeah, just if you're gonna go use Amazon, if you don't mind, head over to birdoprey5.com and scroll down to my affiliates link. And if you're in the United States, and use the link to order from Amazon through there. This way I get a small percentage of every sale. It doesn't cost you any extra. Unfortunately, if you're outside the United States, then I can't, you can't use my link. It won't help you because it doesn't work for Amazon in any other country. Joseph says the Thames is in London, but it's also in Canada, apparently. LDG says, hi all, Qapla LDG. Now, LDG is technically a citizen of Karoga, but he is using his LDG Pixels account instead of his Pixelate account. But we will give LDG all the respect as if he was using the Pixelate account. Rock Solid says, DD Myers, the shirt store. Darth Maul says, go Dodgers. Yes. Back when I had a Brooklyn Dodgers. I had like 4 different Brooklyn Dodgers shirts and t-shirts. I remembered I had an Ebbets Field sweater one day. I was walking around Marine Park, which was this park in Brooklyn, and some like guy who had to be like in his 80s said, oh yeah, Ebbets Field. I remember that. Like, yeah, were you ever there? I was like, I don't know, 17 at the time. 18. I was thinking that Ebbets Field didn't exist when I was born. I told him no. And he's like, yeah, you would have loved it. Probably would have. Probably would have. Dr. Alex says, did you see my latest The Doctor trailer just uploaded? No, Dr. Alex. For the last hour, I was trying to get YouTube working. And before that, I've been watching Right Side Broadcasting, seeing when they were going to release President Trump, who momentarily should be being released from Walter Reed Medical Center. I haven't watched any YouTube videos in a couple hours, except this live stream that they've got going. I will check it out though, Dr. Alex, soon. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, I don't count that battle as kicking the British butt in Canada, since there were only about 600 to 800 and 500 to 1,000 native British allies. I don't care what. All I know is Wikipedia said we won. That's all that counts. Star Trek Nitpicker says, my favorite baseball player is Rom. No, Rom's not my favorite. Excuse. My favorite, I would say Lita's my favorite then. But no, my favorite DS9er. Well, Jake was the good pitcher. I don't know. It'd be probably Jake or Brian or Cisco. I mean, I'm like not counting Cisco because he's already the best. But I'd say O'Brien. Those who can't teach, those who can't coach, is what Cisco said. So he made O'Brien. Was it first and third, second and third base coach, and some other coach. John Street says, Joseph Patrick, those countries that broke away from the UK love to rename places after places in the UK. And Joseph says, indeed independent. America stole from us, Ohio. America stole from us, Ohio. Joseph, who's us? What Slovakia? Americans stole Ohio from Slovakia. I had no idea. I didn't even know Slovakia existed when Ohio became a state. We'll give it back. We will give it back. As long as you take toe effing Lido along with the rest of the state, I am willing right now on behalf of the American people to sign back Ohio to Slovakia. You have to accept everybody back though to Slovakia, and we'll just have to, we'll empty the state and we'll repopulate it later. Dr. Alex says, no problem. YouTube rarely works. This is true. Darth Maul says, there are a couple of old twins in their 90s who remember seeing the Brooklyn Dodgers play in Brooklyn. They are lifers. CDJ says, Josh Reed, I couldn't imagine Americans using some of the more bizarre British place names like Pratt's Bottoms. Pratt's Bottom. No, I don't see Pratt's Bottom being used. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, so they did release Trump. No, what I heard last was that he was being released at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. But then right before I came on, the police were moving everybody away from the hospital like 2 hours early. So they didn't know if maybe he was going to leave early or not. I haven't heard any update. 6:30 was the estimated release time. Bradley Briggs says YouTube is like Bethesda games. It just works. I don't know about that. Piano Dean, Qapla Piano Dean says, Bird of Prey. Well, I don't know why I'm advertising this, but today is my 50th birthday, and I'm abnormally tired. Coincidence, baby. Happy birthday to Piano Dean, and even though this will hurt his ears, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Piano Dean. Happy birthday to you. Oh, thank you, Piano. Happy birthday, Piano Dean. Congratulations, 50 years old. I would not have guessed it, sir. I would have thought 44 tops. Happy birthday to Piano Dean, the man behind many of Karoga's best songs. Carlo Albanese says, hiya, a friend of Karoga. Hope everyone is as well as can be. I hope you are as well as can be too, Carlo. Joseph says, happy birthday to Piano Dean. And Joseph says, the name Ohio. The name Ohio? No, you got to take the whole state. You got to take everyone in the state. LDG Pixels had a special issue that he just resolved. A BIOS-setting virus Trojan that infected a Pixel. It was touch and go, but he got her fixed, and her laptop is hers once again. Good for you, LDG. Congrats. Piano Dean says, thanks to Joseph. Robert Rose Jr. says, the best baseball joke is Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? Who's on first? That's what I said. Who's on first? Joseph says, Piano Dean, beware, there will be singing. Yep, there would have been. Darth Maul says, my favorite baseball hitter is Tanya Harding. A great designated hitter she chose, who went for the knees of Nancy Kerrigan. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, we will give them California to Joseph, but they have to give up on Ohio. So you're willing to trade California for Ohio? Are you nuts? Just because you don't like the people? But the land of California is far more rich in gold. I will trade them the Californians, but not the land. Not the land. CDJ wishes Piano Dean a happy birthday. LDG also says a happy birthday to Piano Dean, as does Mountains of Elysium. And Piano Dean is wowing and thanking everybody. You are all you're welcome, Piano Dean. No need to wow because of my awesome singing abilities. Josh Street says, happy foot in the ground, Piano Dean. Robert Rose Jr. says, happy birthday to Piano Dean, as does Not Ryan Johnson and Dee Myers. Robert Green, Qapla, says, I log into the middle of a song. Happy birthday, Piano Dean. Happy birthday again, Piano Dean. Thank you, Robert Green. And Not Ryan Johnson says, now my hearing has completely failed thanks to Berto Prey. And Yosef says, yay, I will get Wesley. You're going to get Wesley because if we give you California, is that what you've been waiting for, to get Wesley? Well, I suppose you would. Well, I just realized I don't know. I didn't set up because of the computer problems. I didn't anticipate having. I didn't set up if the Dear Bop was going to work. So let's see if it does. Okay, it does. It will work. It will work. Mamo Prey has something to say. Okay, I'm going to put the non-camera on. I know you're not getting up. Okay. 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 Well, you know what? We're going to do a commercial and I'll be right back with the Mamo Prey story.
If we lived in a world where all women were the same, they'd need only one shampoo. Qapla All introduces 7 shampoos for the real world, where all women are different. Qapla All Essence shampoos, each with its own natural botanical. Aloe Essence for extra body. Chamomile Essence for beautiful highlights. Ginseng Essence for conditioning. 7 Qapla All Essence shampoos that make your difference beautiful. Qapla All Essence shampoos.
Go on, why resist it?
Sugar-free Jello gelatin. Give in to the taste. Cool and refreshing, deliciously tempting.
It tastes like jello to me.
How can it be? Give in to the taste.
It's made with NutraSweet.
And it's only 8 calories.
Sugar-free Jello gelatin. Give in to the taste.
You got a date, skin's looking great, cause Clearasil's ace. Face to face. See you at 8, skin's looking great, CJ's the place. Face to face.
Clearasil gives you great looking skin, even close up. Inside, it kills bacteria to dry the pimple.
Clearasil's ace. Face to face.
Outside, it soaks up all the excess oil.
Feeling first great, cause skin's looking great, cause Clearasil's ace.
Clearasil, for skin that looks great, even close up.
Face to face.
Read about tennis tots, political posters, and the miniseries Shogun, all in the new issue of TV Guide magazine.
I'm Maud Adams. For natural flavor, I like Cot a lot, because Cot beverages are made with real honest-to-goodness fruit, like sweet, juicy oranges, tart lemons and limes, luscious strawberries and raspberries, and succulent grapes. 30 delicious flavors, including diet flavors, non-carbonated flavors, and the best root beer you've ever tasted. All natural, all great. Enjoy the good taste of Cot.
Natural tastes better, so it's got to be good.
And I forgot to turn on the microphone. Son of a bitch. I'm back. I'll get to the chats and we'll get to Dear Bob. But first, Mama Prey was talking about Wesley. You said Wesley has to make a layover here in New York. On his way to where? On his way to Slovakia. So Wesley, if you ever watch this, you have to make a stop over here in New York on your way to Slovakia. For what? At which time you'll be granted amnesty and not have to go to Slovakia. There you go. That's what Mamo Prey was saying. For whatever reason, Yosef wants to get his Slovakian clutches on you, Wes. But you will get, as much as Mama Prey likes Joseph, you'll get amnesty here in Karoga. So yeah, I think Mama Prey just wants somebody to help her move things around the house again. To be honest, but I mean, it just come. I'm just saying, you might be called upon to move heavy objects, or just reach things that are a little too high for her. The reaching is important. Rock Solids is Bird of Prey. Let California break off. Ohio has some reasonable people, and it's not like we still can't visit. Rock Solid says, Piano Dean, many birthday spankings to you, my friend. Actually, he says Mount friend, but I think he means my friend. And Rock Solid's, I read that. Bradley Briggs says, trade them North Dakota for Ohio. No one will ever miss it. I think there's a lot of oil in North Dakota, isn't there? Mountains of Elysium says, Piano Dean, happy halfway to the 100. Live long and prosper, indeed. Yitza says, lots of gigs and phone numbers from fangirls for you, Piano Dean. Really? I didn't know that. Darth Maul says, how's the research for the top 10 lesbian kisses of cinema going, Bird of Prey? I thought it was for television. And I'll be honest, I haven't really done much yet. I have to remember to do that. Thank you for Darth Maul for the reminder. Saul Leibowitz says, Qapla, Bird of Prey, Qapla. Saul, what seafood did you end up getting? Piano Dean says, fangirls. Yes. It's the only reason people get into music. Dr. Scotty says, I like the Clariol essence that smells like tuna. Oh, God. Robert Rose Jr. says, Bird of Prey, after all the gold in California is a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills. Bird of Prey, after all the gold in California is a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills after all? Robert Rose, it seems like we're missing a word there. Darth Maul says, the Clarasol commercial looks so stereotypical of the 80s and 90s. Bradley Briggs says she looks like she likes her cot a lot. She does. She's a big fan of the cot. Darth Maul, yes, we know what you thought she said, Darth Maul. Mountains of Elysium, yes, sound. Sorry, the microphone. Robert Green says, HH Men. I love Shogun TV movie. Got it downloaded a few years back. Rock Solid says, ha ha ha, no sound again. DD says, sounded. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey pulled another anti-tracker. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird has the best streams, no audio. John Street Low, Bird of Prey loves to pull Bird of Prey 5. Robert Rose Jr. says, the 80s was the bomb. Absolutely. And we didn't get bombed, so that was good. Rock Solid says, so Yosef has no offensive content and Bird of Prey has no audio content. John Street says, Rock Solid, it's always a Bird of Prey and not an anti-tracker. Ensign Riggy says, happy birthday to Piano Dean. And Yosef says, Rock Solid, you are technically correct. The best correct. Absolutely the best correct. And thank you to the people who were telling me my microphone was out. So let's head on over to Dear Bop before Rock Solid puts in 100 Dear Bop requests. So you see, Rock Solid, some days you get what you want a little sooner than you expected to get it. Robert Rose, Carlo says, Dear Bop. Okay, Carlo. Robert Rose's Bird of Prey, the 80s country song of all the gold in California is a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills. Okay, I did not know. Thank you for the explanation. Had no idea. So we got our first Dear Bop, and Yosef reminds everybody to like the stream. Please do. We got our first Dear Bop submission, and it says, Dear Bop, hello, my dearest Joseph. Now that I am the only candidate standing, we know that we can count on your vote. Kamala and I are looking forward to wrecking everything that you ever held as being important. But don't worry, we will be creating a new and wonderful existence for you and your family. Okay, this is going to be great. Joe B. You know what, Joe B, I wouldn't count on you winning just yet. And just something little friend told me that the president is going to be coming home tonight, possibly even on his way home right now, and you're going to still have a long fight ahead of you. And Rock Solid has said, I've been good. You have been good, Rock Solid. You have been good. And I'm looking forward to your video release because I got to see a sneak peek of your upcoming video because I'm a channel member of Rock Solid, and he has a retro arcade video coming out, retro arcade for the TV coming out. And I was looking forward to watching it. He actually got me. He put out a picture. I thought it was a thumbnail. I was trying to click on it to play the video, but it was just the thumbnail. The video itself wasn't out yet. It's coming out this afternoon, he said. MCRN decided to just email Dear Bop directly, so this is not a private Dear Bop. And it says, funny video, my first channel upload. I can play it if I want. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Hopefully it doesn't have any copyrighted music or the like, but we'll just take our chances. And the video is unavailable. The video has been removed by the uploader. Well, I am sorry to hear that, MCRN, but let's see. Let's see if we can find your channel and put it out. MCRN, I don't know which one of these you might be. There's one with 15 subscribers, public speaking class videos, one with 15 videos and 4 subscribers, or 1 subscriber and 2 videos. I don't know which one of these it might be, so I'm hesitant to put any of them up. But MCRN, if you're in the chat or whatever, you want to send another Dear Bop with the actual link to your channel, I will most certainly put it up so people can find your channel and watch your video once it becomes available. Okay, we got another Dear Bop. Dear Bop, what's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know and I don't care. Thanks, folks. I'll be here all week. Remember to tip your waitress. Ignorance is I don't know, and apathy is I don't care. So he's exactly right. That is the difference. So do remember to tip your waitress. I don't have a waitress, but I'll give Sassy some extra beef. Actually, we're out of the beef. She's getting chicken tonight. Roxanne says you clearly didn't read. Bird of Prey, you clearly didn't read. I read it. Joseph says Bird of Prey, and it doesn't. He says, how can Trump go home? His bill is not paid. Anyway, if he really has COVID, he has to be in quarantine. His tweets were irresponsible. He can tweet without being, tweeting doesn't break quarantine. So I don't see how his tweets could be irresponsible. His tweets were just go out and vote and things of that nature. Dear Bob, I had once again a sleepless night and I was thinking about many things without a serious conclusion. 1, do you realize that they put braille dots on the keypad of drive-up ATMs? I've heard about that. Although the braille dots they put on my pill case turned out to not be braille at all. They went to a braille site and they don't line up with any type of letters on the braille site. One was a punctuation mark. Something else was just like a mirror or reflection of something on braille. It didn't make any sense. Tuesday was an S. It's all. I think Braille is just. I think it's a. I think it's. I think it's a hoax. Braille is a hoax. I said it. I said it. Braille is a hoax. 2. What is a free gift? Aren't all gifts free? That is a good point. 3. Why is it that when you transport something by car, it's called a shipment, but when you transport something by ship, it's called cargo? Wow, you're blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind. Why is it called a phone call when I pick up a telephone? Oh, because it's for you. Right? Why is it called a telephone? Oh, it's an electronic telephone. I don't know. Why is it called a remote control when you click it and it control? Oh, no. I thought, why is it called a space shuttle when it goes to? Fuck. I'm going to get this. Why is it called ice cream when it's cream? Me ice. Okay. Why is it called soda when you don't go duh? I got it. See? I can do it. Why is it called paper towels when it's a. Why is it called Purell when it's anything but pure? L. Yeah. Why is this called bottled water when I can just drink it and it becomes air? They should say it's bottled air and water. Right? Why is this called a Swiss Army knife when it was only made in Switzerland? It's not in Switzerland now. And I doubt the Swiss Army carry this. It has a little Swiss Army. I don't even know. Is that the symbol of the Swiss Army? I don't know. Why is it? If I know. Number 4. Why do they call it a TV set when you get only one? Exactly. And why do they call it a pair of pants when it only has 2 legs? You get one pair, one pants. And a bonus one. What's the best thing before sliced bread? Obviously, it was just bread. Bread was the best thing since before sliced bread. And there, people say this is the best invention since bread. 205. Thank you, Yosef, for your great call outs. Yosef says the content of the tweet is irresponsible. Telling people to vote? Rock Solid says, I said in the post, it's coming later tonight. Well, it's later tonight here in the East Coast. Joseph says, why do we drive on parkways and park on driveways? We already did that one. The intendant is lolling. Rock Solid says, bird of prey. Why is it a pair of pants but only one bra? I don't know. Why? Well, because of the pink tax. The intendant says, I think Dear Bop was sent by Stephen Wright. Who the hell is Stephen Wright? Why is Stephen Wright always wrong? I have no idea. So Rock Solid, aka Gary K, says, let's play a game. How many playable game systems are in this photo? The answer will be in the next email. How many playable game systems? 1, 2, 3. And now, do these count? I'll say these count as separate systems. 4, 5, 6, 7. The Switch is 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28. I count 28. Let's see what the answer is. And does he just put an answer? 32. 32. He's got a Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Genesis, Master System, 32X, Sega CD, Japanese GameCube, Japanese Game Boy Player, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I didn't see those. USA GameCube, USA Game Boy Player, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I think that's the 8 difference. That's the 8 difference. Wait, what did I say? 22 or 28? That's the 4 difference. That's the 4. Super Nintendo, Nintendo Switch, PS4, Sharp Famicom Twin, Famicom and Famicom Disc, TurboGrafx 16 Mini, TurboGrafx 16, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Halo Edition Xbox, N64 modded for Japanese and US games, Nintendo Wii U, Nintendo Wii, Xbox One also plays 360 games, PS2 also plays PS1 games, PS3 also plays PS1 games, and 32 playable consoles represented. Now, I would beg to differ. I would beg to differ. We got a few more Dear Bops. Dear Bop, could Trump having COVID be his October surprise? Could he be getting sympathy votes by getting and beating COVID? I don't think so. I think there's a pretty terrible October surprise. I mean, I think if he beats it, it's certainly better than him obviously not beating it. I mean, obviously whether it was dying or just getting so sick that he's sick from now through the election, or getting so sick that he had to resign. Obviously, those are all terrible options. So obviously him getting over it quick is the best option once he got it. But truth be told, I think his play it loose and fast strategy would have been better had he never gotten it. Right? If he had gone a whole year of doing everything, doing these giant rallies, talking to all these people, never wearing a mask, and he never got it, then people could say, well, look, Trump never got it, and he's around hundreds of people every day. So probably could have done better to keep his whole it's not that bad routine, make it easier to digest. Now we know he had it, and I'll be honest, he had it, and he started already saying, you see, look, it's no big deal. I had it. I'm better in a few days. Don't worry about it. Well, you're the president of the United States. Your doctor said you're being released to go home, but they're releasing you to a state-of-the-art place that he knows you have round-the-clock medical coverage with experts and state-of-the-art equipment. Right? The rest of us don't get released to go home to a state-of-the-art, round-the-clock doctor care environment. So, him telling me to just not worry about it doesn't hold as much water as it did before he got sick. Because if I did get sick, God forbid, I'm not going to live at the White House. I'm not going to have all the options he had. I mean, his doctors came out right today and said they gave him some treatment that they don't usually give to people unless it gets severe. But they gave it to him ahead of time to reduce the risk that it got severe. So he's getting special treatment. You can't say, don't worry about it, I did fine, if you get special treatment. I mean, you can, and he's saying it. So, I mean, he physically can say it. I'm just saying it doesn't mean as much to me the layperson saying, well, don't worry about it. Like, oh, it's easy for you to say don't worry about it. You had a team of doctors around you at all times, and you're going home to another team of doctors. Okay, if I get it, I'm shit out of luck. I got to go to a hospital and share the team of doctors with 50 other people, some who are in much worse shape than me, some who are in better shape than me, and a bunch of nurses, none of who want to be there. So no, it doesn't ring true. As much as I like Trump, he would have been better off never getting it. I don't think this was his October surprise. Dear Bop, the pigeon flies low because his balls are heavy. If you say so. Dear Bop, Grim Reaper here. No, it's not your time. I wanted to let you know that I'm going to take a show. I'm going to take out a show, and I'm giving you early intel. The most horrible show, Star Trek Discovery, is in my crosshairs, and I plan on taking it out before the third season makes its miserable end. I am so looking forward to taking that evil soul of a so-called show off the air. Grim Reaper, aka G. Roddenberry. Well, Grim Reaper, Anti-Trekker says that you would love the show, G. Roddenberry. So I don't know. But if you're gonna be hanging around, I know Anti-Trekker is going to be watching it this Wednesday with Life with Matthew, the entire first season, and then the entire second season next Wednesday from noon Central all the way through to the middle of the night when Discovery Season 3 actually premieres. So if you were going to hang around anybody, Mr. Grim Reaper, G. Roddenberry, I would say you should hang out with Anti-Trekker and Life with Matthew, because there's always a chance that, they are going to eat very hot stuff, very spicy things, a one-chip challenge, a spicy gummy bear. For God knows what reason, they ordered chocolate-covered bugs and crickets and, oh my God, nasty shit that I would not put in my mouth willingly. They're going to eat for the off chance that they get money for enough money to buy a really good 3D printer. And I'm just saying, you might want to hang around Anti-Trekker's house. It just sounds like your services might be needed either this Wednesday or next Wednesday. And as a reminder, because of that, and because of the chance that Anti-Trekker, might not make it through his quest to eat bugs and gummy bears, DS9 Wednesdays will be on Tuesdays for the next 2 weeks, starting tomorrow and then the following Tuesday. Dear Bob, I have a friend named Jos, J-O-S, but when I text or send a message on a computer, I never find the apostrophe over the E that tones Jose into Jose. If you can tell me where that key, I would be happy. Signed, Slovakia wanted to leave Karoga. If your friend's name is Jose, just type it Jose. You don't need that line over the E. Okay, don't worry about it. It's implied. He'll know what you mean. It's close enough. Don't go looking for letters with accents over them. But if you really must have that letter, the easiest way to get it is on Windows. Hit the Windows key and the letter R. That will bring up the run command. And in the run command, type in CH, that's Charlie, Hilo, Alpha, Romeo, map, car map, CHARMAP, Charlie, Hector, Alpha, Romeo, Milan, Apple, Paul, car map, enter, and then you will get a listing of all the possible characters for every font. And if you look close enough, you'll see the E with the squiggly line or the apostrophe over it. You double click on it, it will copy it to your clipboard, and you can just paste it where you need it. It's called Character Map, CHARMAP.exe. It's in the Windows folder. You just have to type in char map. It'll run automatically. And it's quite handy for finding characters, but you're not sure how to get them on the keyboard. I've used it quite a bit. The Fed doc, Qapla the Fed doc, says it probably has something to do with the source named plantaloons. I believe some countries still use the term for plants as a loan word. And Daniel's Hot Topics is Bird of Prey never knew what is the big deal behind the Swiss Army knife. I also doubt the Swiss Army carry them. They used to, but not that particular one. They did have a real Swiss Army knife. Well, the original Swiss Army knife was actually something the Swiss Army carried. Bradley says, Braille comes in many forms, so it depends on which Braille is being used. Darth Maul says, at least you didn't say Braille is for losers. No, I wouldn't say that. Yosef says, Bird of Prey, why do we... I read that. Robert Rose Jr. says, why is a battle star called a battle star? After all, Bird of Prey, it's not a star, same as the Death Star. And why is a starfish called a starfish? It's neither a star nor a fish. Or is it a fish? I mean, it does live in water. No, it's not a fish. Fish are vertebrates. Darth Maul says only a pair of bras for betazoids. Only pair of bras are for betazoids? Roxout says Stephen Wright is a very dry but very funny comedian. Joseph Patrick says, I'm referring to don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life. Okay, that seems like good. Well, let's put it this way. It seems like he's saying, there are a lot of people who are refusing to live life, refusing to leave their house, that are basically dying of anxiety because of COVID. Those seem like wise words. Now, just because you shouldn't be afraid of it doesn't mean you shouldn't respect it, okay? You can respect the wind. You can respect the storm without being deathly afraid of the wind or the storm. If you're in a hurricane path and you board up your windows and you take the necessary precautions, more than likely, okay, with 99.9% chance, you will survive the hurricane, okay? Throughout American history, especially recent American history, the vast majority of people in the path of a hurricane survive a hurricane. So should you let the fear of the hurricane drive you mad? No, absolutely not. But should you respect the hurricane? Yes. Should you take necessary precautions? Of course. But should you live in fear of a hurricane? No, you shouldn't. Even if you're directly in the path, okay, of a Category 5 hurricane, you should make preparations. If they say to evacuate, go to a shelter or wherever it is you got to go. If you think if it's safe for you to be where you're going to be, then stay where you are. Yes, it's going to be a little bit to be afraid of, but you shouldn't let it rule your life. In all likelihood, even in a Category 5 hurricane, you will probably be okay. Tiki of Doom says, go live in a bubble and in fear. Go live in a bubble and in fear. Robert Rose says, hot dogs are partly named food product, same as hamburgers, where there is no ham. in only, if there is no ham in one. That is true. Joseph says, Tiki of Doom, I was pretty impartial, but this is wrong. I am afraid, not because of me, but because of my mother. Well, you can be afraid for your mother, Joseph. That's nothing. He's not saying don't be afraid of somebody else. Angarima says, who will die first, Trump or Shamu? Oh, Shamu, Chris. Don't. Listen, Chris Christie has a weight problem. He tried to get that surgery, but I guess that didn't work. Tiki of Doom says, Joseph, look at the suicide rates. You are wrong. That is true. The suicide rates are high. Joseph says, suicide is the decision of the individual. COVID is not. Your logic is wrong. But, Joseph, we know that the suicide rates are higher because of the things from the lockdown. You can't just say, well, that's an individual choice. And be honest, if somebody is mentally ill, it's not their choice. Okay? If we were to believe what we're told by doctors and whatever, mental illness is an illness, then it's not a choice. It's a disease. Tiki of Doom says, then we'll meet in battle, Joseph. And Joseph says, I will be the one with a face mask. Uncle Remus says, 1/3 of COVID patients have altered mental state. Will that help or hurt Trump? Thirsty today. The Fed doc. Where'd it go? Fed doc said they're brave to a degree. The attendance is anti-Trekkie, anti-Trekker must secretly love Discovery. Yeah, he must. The Fed doc says bird of prey is pronounced yes bird. Yas bird. Joseph is laughing. Darth Maul says, spoken like a true dictator, calls the food eaten by his people disgusting. All the whole he eats like a king. All the whole he eats like a king. Fed doc says, let them eat cake. Was it bird of prey? I didn't say let them eat cake. I say let them eat chicken wings. Josh Street says, bird of prey. Jose is a girl's name, like an old cartoon name. Josie and the Pussycats. Not Jose with that E, like that turns from J, Jose, into Josie. No, I would pronounce it Jose. Josie and the Pussycats, I didn't even know it was spelt like that. Yitza says, MacGyver had it. That's the big deal, and I have one too. Man, I am missing most of these chats today. Tiki says, Joseph waits, so we should sit in our house and be afraid all day. Joseph says, is a guinea pig a pig from Guinea? I don't know. I don't know where a guinea pig's from. Yitza says, be afraid, very afraid. The attendance is use a felt tip pen on your screen to get the E. Yes, use a felt tip pen, but make sure you use washable marker. If you use permanent marker, you're going to have a big problem. Moxley fan, Qapla Moxley fan. Hello, Moxley fan 20. Good to see you. Joseph says, Tiki of Doom, 3 rules that are not hard. Wear a face mask when in a crowded place. Wash your hands and social distancing. It's not hard, and you can still go out and live a normal life. Well, then that's fine. That's what he said. Rock Solid says, I neither fear nor respect COVID. And he says, hey to Sean. Moxley fan says, hey to Gary. Tiki of Doom says, Joseph, I don't disagree with those, actually. Nobody disagrees with them. They're common sense. Joseph says, Tiki of Doom, the problem is that many people do, and that's the reason I have a problem with the tweet. I would write differently, but you only have 200 or whatever, however many characters, Joseph. You can't put everything you want in a tweet. Darth Maul says, all the while I meant autocorrect is the dictator of my words, apparently. Actor says, so we're calling Joseph as Jose officially now, or did I miss something? I don't think we're calling Joseph Jose. Joseph says, Hector, not yet, but you can. And Hector says, thanks. That is good to know. It's good to know. It looks like we've got to the end of the Dear Bops. So let's head over to Twitter. Let's see what's going on the Twitter without going to my private messages. Oh yeah, he digs it, Macho Man. So this was Rambling Canucks. I guess this was for Rambling Canucks video. I'm just going to play a quick second of the video. You can see I'm the guy in the red, and there I am pushing Anti-Tracker into the ring. I'm the big guy in the red. Anti-Tracker's the guy in the black with the ponytail. So it's an 8 minutes and 51 second video. I strongly suggest everybody watch it, and I will put the direct link in for it. This is Rambling Canucks video. Please watch it after my stream or during the stream, whatever. Let's see what's going on. Do we hear anything on Trump? It's 6:18. Did he hear? Let's see. Donald. Really? They can't put Donald Trump at the top? Would that be too hard? Donald Trump trending. Mike Pence, grateful, concerned, millions. Okay, real Donald Trump. There we go. Let's see. You see it in the enthusiasm for the president outside Walter Reed Hospital. You see it in registrations from Florida, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, where Republicans are outstripping Democrats 2-1. If the president bounces back onto the campaign trail, okay, that was tweeted 25 minutes ago. Survived every dirty trick, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Stock market up 466 points. I'll be leaving Walter Reed at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so it's still 6:30 p.m. 10 minutes from now, possibly. Drop your favorite Star Trek gif below. Really? Somebody's favorite Star Trek gif is Lieutenant Shax from Lower Decks. And Orville Nation is live now, guys. Do check out Orville Nation when you get a chance. They're doing a Dark Matter Mondays. LDG says support our streamers. Guster, his favorite band. Okay. Let's see. Operation MAGA. Breaking news. Life has been delayed until spring 2021. Wow. Oh, I don't know. Can you all say some prayers for my dog, Rosie, my dog, when you go to bed or wake up tomorrow? She had a stroke today and wasn't breathing this morning for a little bit. She's better now, but it's scary. She's my best friend. Aw. And I do have to say, my cousin Dibs, I don't know if he's watching, but my cousin Dibs, who sometimes come on to the stream, he had to put down his best friend, his dog, Leo. He had him for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
He's a German Shepherd. He was a German Shepherd. He got him as a puppy. He grew up. He trained the dog. Leo was a great dog. My cousin ended up getting married and having kids, leaving the house. But Leo then took care of my grandmother for a long time. And then when my grandmother got sick and moved in with my uncle, Leo took care of my aunt, and Leo unfortunately got doggy cancer, a very aggressive doggy cancer. And my cousin Dibbs had to make the hard decision to put him down before he got too bad, because the vet said he was just going to start suffering soon. So Leo, one of our doggy family, yes, had unfortunately left this world Saturday. So prayers for Leo, the German Shepherd, and to my cousin Dibbs, who he was very, very sad. My aunt too. They were everybody who knew him. Everybody who knew him was very, very sad to hear. Rock Solid disagrees with something. Daniel's Hot Topics is Bird of Prey. Do you remember back in 1972 when Batman Returns came out, and there was so much controversy that Warner Brothers let Tim Burton go, and they went with Joe Schumacher's Batman Forever? I don't remember any of that, Daniel. Uncle Remus as well. Looks like no big movies for the rest of the year. Dune has been bumped to October 2021. F COVID, and to top it off, Netflix canceled the last season of Glow. Oof, I don't know what Glow is, but I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear Dune got pushed back. I know a lot of people were waiting for it. Man, if you're going to push it back, why to October? Why not to March? I mean, really? Actor says, I hope they use some of the year to reinfuse some color into the trailer. Was brown and beige, the movie. Joseph says, Uncle Remus, many people are pissed. Me too. Actor says, wow, Anti-Trick looking good in that video, just like Steven Seagal. Yeah, but emperors and presidents, leaders may be more attractive than they are in real life. Tiki of Doom says, it's time we stuff scientists into lockers again. Joseph says, I just want the effing vaccine. We'll go to Russia, Joseph. I hear they have one. Or China. One of those countries. Tiki of Doom says, the Luddites had the right idea. Lol, not Ryan Johnson, says Hector. Steven Seagal, the man who can't run in any of his movies. Agner says, Tiki of Doom, better yet, deport them from other nations, and they'll be welcomed. Uncle Remus says, I don't know why movie studios are delaying releases over Tenet. If Tenet was a better movie, it would have made more money. Tenet only appeals to a small demographic of movie goers to begin with. Yeah, I have zero desire to see Tenet. So actor says, they only showed a couple of bad movies in Tenet. Uncle says, maybe if Leo had Donald Trump doctors with experimental treatments, he would still be around. Maybe. An actor says something like Fast and Furious 9 going to space would make their money back in theaters. Probably. And Joe Biden says, now that President Trump is busy tweeting campaign messages, I would ask him to do this. Listen to the scientists, support masks, support mask mandates nationwide. You can't mandate masks nationwide, Joe Biden. You don't have that authority. The federal government should not and does not have the authority to mandate masks nationwide. It is a state issue. You have a fundamental problem with the Constitution, okay? The Constitution is what it is. You should have studied it. You've been making laws for over 50 years. You should know how the Constitution works. It's a very basic document. The what? Mama Free says the what? The what? Yeah, with the what? Yeah. The Constitution, Joe Biden. It is very, very clear. It spells out what the federal government can do. The Constitution is not a particularly long document. It's like 3 pages. Okay? And then there's a few more pages of amendments that really don't have any effect on COVID. But it says very clearly, those powers not explicitly given to the federal government in these prior 3 pages are reserved by the states or the people, meaning local government. Okay? So if it doesn't say that the federal government can mandate masks, then guess what? The federal government cannot mandate the wearing of masks. Now, states can and probably should make some type of mask mandate. I'm not against states making a mask mandate. I fully support my state if they make a mask mandate, and they have. Okay, now how they enforce it and the penalties for breaking it, those are local issues that we have to deal with locally. But the federal government just simply does not have the power to snap their fingers and say, boom, everybody in the country has to wear a mask. You just don't have that ability. It's just not in the Constitution. And a first-year law student should understand that. Okay, it should be the very first thing. We learned this in like 3rd or 4th grade. They were talking about the Constitution. It's very clear. Very clear. You don't have that ability. So, Joe, you're just saying, and you don't have that ability, Joe. You don't have that ability. So you are just saying this so that stupid people, and I don't want to say he's stupid because he does play Martok, but J.G. Hertzler retweeted this, and that's why I'm seeing it. The actor who played Martok. So stupid people say, yeah, there should be a federal face mask mandate. But they don't realize that the federal government cannot make such a mandate. Donald Trump knows that the federal government can't make such a mandate. Each governor or mayor or whatever town board or whatever they have needs to make those decisions. Actor says something like, all right, Joseph says, let me rephrase. I want a working vaccine. That's a good rephrasing. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, I shan't be getting the vaccine. That's your choice. At least it will be for now. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, I wanted WW84, not necessarily Wonder Woman 84. Not necessarily the movie, but Wonder Woman herself. Rock Solid, you're a married man. You shouldn't be saying such things. I can get away with saying such things. I'm not married. Resolute Germs is just in time for a bird rant. Joseph says, can the federal government go for a state of emergency and mandate masks be worn even if it's not possible? Real question. No. Okay? State of emergency is not one of the powers given to it in the Constitution. Thomas, the governors can do that. They could ask the federal government for help, but they haven't. Thomas says, Joe Biden promised he would have an attack. He wouldn't have attack ads because Trump got it. Then they're still doing it. Typical liberal lies. Yeah. Joseph says, the government can't override the Constitution under any condition. Absolutely. Thomas says, there's nothing in the Constitution about wearing masks. Exactly. Joseph, Resolute Germ, not overriding a simple amendment. A simple amendment would take about 7 years to get passed. So if they wanted to propose an amendment, we could vote on it. Congress could vote on it. And I think 3/4 of the states need to ratify it. And then it can become an amendment. I think the quickest it's ever been done was like 6 or 7 years. So, I mean, they're welcome to make the proposal. And probably by the end of the decade, it probably wouldn't pass. But at least it would get a vote. They can amend the Constitution, but only, an act of God is more likely at this point. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. I was going to say something else. Where was I? What was I thinking? Oh, Joe Biden. Don't forget, when the first thing I heard Joe Biden say at the beginning of his campaign was, if elected, he was going to cure cancer. Okay, do not let him forget that he said that. I want them to ask him that at the debates. I know we're worried about the pandemic right now, but he promised, he said this, I have the video. He promised he was going to cure cancer if we elected him. If we don't elect him, he's not going to share the cure with us. But if we elect him, he promised he would cure cancer. Now, I haven't heard him mention it lately, but he also hasn't gone back and said, I was wrong about curing cancer. So I assume it's still on the table, that if he gets elected, he will still cure cancer. So if by some miracle he does get elected, or, in a debate, somebody who, they have a moderator who's actually moderating, who's actually impartial. I want them to go back to the footage that he recorded, I don't know, probably a year ago at this point, and said, if I'm elected, we are going to cure cancer. And I want them to play that for him and say, what's the plan? What's the plan? How are we going to cure cancer? And are you going to cure it like immediately, or do you need the full 4 years? What's the deal? Do you need 8 years? How long do you need to cure cancer? And would you give it to us even if you came in second? I just want to know. Does Kamala, God forbid something happens to you, Joe Biden, and you don't make it to Inauguration Day, does Kamala have the cure? Okay, if we elected her instead of you, would she have the cure to give us? These are things I want to know. These are things I want to know. Actor says there is something in the Constitution forbidding the government to dictate what the people wear. No, but that's the thing. It doesn't have to be in the Constitution forbidding the government. The government can only do the things in the Constitution that it specifically says they can do. I can't, and it's a good thing I can't, because I can't play music over YouTube. What are you playing? Oh, Mama probably was playing the amendment song from Animaniacs, but yeah, I can't play music on the stream. Thomas is resolute germ. The governor of Michigan was told her restrictions were unconstitutional by the Michigan Supreme Court. She is doing it anyway. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, you need to remember Biden was Obama's Veep, and Obama didn't give two poops about the Constitution. Case in point, Obamacare. Edgar says, but Karoga has mandatory diapers. Karoga doesn't have to follow the U.S. Constitution. Tig of Doom says people need to stop being that word. Rock Solid says, Thomas, same here in Illinois. Resolute says the Michigan Assembly can and should remove and arrest her. And Resolute says if something happens to Joe at this point, it's when something happens to Joe. Well, we don't want to see anything happen to anybody in a bad way. Let's see, is there any updates? President Trump departs Walter Reed live shortly on C-SPAN. Let's see. President Trump, White House arrival. President Trump returns. Did it happen yet? I don't know. God damn. What the hell is this? No. Let's see. We got to go to Right Side Broadcasting. Right Side Broadcasting. They got all the stuff up. Right Side Broadcasting. Trump to leave Walter Reed soon.
Indian Americans are with Trump.
Okay. Okay. Well, man, look at them super chats. Good for them. Okay, so Trump hasn't left yet. Josh reaches Bird of Prey. They can mandate something that is for safety, but mandating masks is somewhat pushing it. Carlos says, "Hail Quiroga, hail Quiroga." Thomas says, "Is Michigan Assembly Democrat controlled? If so, nothing will happen." Darth Maul says, "In a bad way. What if the bad way is for our good and bad for them?" Resolute Germ says, if only Kamala felt the same way. She's already planning his obituary. Rox Odds is Bird of Prey. When will Harris give her first State of the Union address? 2021 or 2022? God willing, rock solid, never. Thomas Potts is Bird of Prey. A friend of mine moved out of New Jersey in 2004, and today they sent his parents a mail-in ballot. Resu Germ says, "Whose stream is that?" This is Right Side Broadcasting. This is the place you want to be whenever you watch a Trump rally or a debate or any time they're on. You want to do that. That's their stream. You want to subscribe to that channel. They give unbiased. Oh, they give actual Trump news direct. Let's see. Breaking news: Pence and Kamala will be 13 feet apart and separated by a plexiglass barrier at Wednesday's debate. Harris's campaign supported it. Pence's opposed it. If Senator Harris wants to use a fortress around herself, have at it, a Pence spokesperson said. Well, it sounds like they were okay with it. So what? 13 feet? Honestly, I don't mind. 13 feet seems like extra safe. The plexiglass barrier, I'm assuming it's just like 6 feet tall, just to prevent spitting, like particles of spit from going across the room. Probably just mostly for show. That's fine. Actors is because it broadcasts from the right side of the street. Absolutely. And unbiased Trump news. Say it with Biden rolling on the floor laughing, says Joseph. Well, I mean, they're let's put it this way. They're not liberal. They're not left leaning. An actor says the plexiglass is not because of Corona, but because of Pence. And there's a woman near that isn't his wife. Har, har, har. So that barrier is a wall of protection. Hypocrites, yes. Like, oh, they don't need a wall there, but they need a wall there. I wonder how Kamala is going to explain that. Let's see. I guess we're not going to see Trump leave. I thought he'd be leaving by now. Oh well. Well, let's go back to Right Side Broadcasting. See if there's been any update. Right Side Broadcasting. And I'm not subscribed because this is the Berto Prey X channel. I'll subscribe as the Berto Prey X channel. Sure.
Up and subscribe to our network. Subscribe.
Okay. Still nothing. Still nothing. Yeah. Roxod says, "Why have both candidates in the same room for debates? Stream that." I know. If you're gonna put a wall, you might as well just make an electronic debate at this point. Like, seriously. But oh well. Resolute says most steps people's are for COVID are for show. Yeah, a lot of it's for show, but it's not all for show. Rock Solid wants Dear Bops again. Are there more Dear Bops? Oh, you had to. You had to. Sure you did. The Fed Doc. There's no more Dear Bops. The Fed Doc says, I'm sure given what I've heard of Harris, that she'll try and spin some of the intersexual rhetoric, needing to all feel safe around Pence. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Probably. You know what? I'm not gonna make fun of the wall or the barrier or the 13 feet. You know, it seems like reasonable precautions to me. I don't find any problem. I don't find any fault with it. I find plenty of fault with Harris, but wanting a barrier and 6 extra feet or 7 extra feet between them, whatever the agreed upon. I mean, honestly, it seemed like Biden and Trump were, was more than 6 feet away from each other. I would say 8 to 10. So it's fine. They want to be 13 feet away if it makes them feel better. If it makes them feel better, have plexiglass in between, it's fine with me. I don't care. I'm surprised they're doing the debate at all. I would imagine they would have just did a Skype or like a Zoom meeting debate at this point. Tiki of Doom says they should put them in those booths where they blow money around. Yes, whoever captures the most money becomes vice president. Uncle says Trump is so strong that he doesn't need the handrails to descend the steps. Hail Trump. Did he? Did he descend the steps? I wouldn't descend steps without handrails. Joseph says Tiki of Doom loved the idea. Yeah. Yeah, Mom prays if I could descend steps now, I'd do it with or without handrails, but I probably wouldn't. When is the debate? October 7th. So Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Tiki of Doom says it would spice it up. Add some slime too, says Joseph. Wow. Add some slime. Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. Wednesday. While Anti-Tracker is watching season 1 of Discovery and possibly eating dead crickets, you will see the Pence-Harris debate. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it an evening here. Tomorrow for you, Joseph. Tomorrow for you. 2 days for the rest of us. I'm a bit tired and a bit under the weather myself. No, it's not. It's not the virus. But I am going to call it an evening here. Thank you so much. Sorry we didn't go any longer. I was hoping we were going to get to see Trump get in the helicopter or something, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen tonight. Tomorrow we will be back for Deep Space Nine Tuesday. Where I believe we'll be watching The Visitor at 5 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we will take it from there. Thank you all for coming. Qapla, remember to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And Bird out. Thank you to all the friends of the channel. 47 Yorktown, our newest friend. Thank you to Joseph Petrick and Carlo Albanese, Rock Solid Productions, of course, 47 Yorktown, LDG, who may or may not still be here. Thank you to Resolute Germ and Thomas Potts and the people who support me on Subscribestar. And Rock Solid with a $1 donation. Thank you so much, Rock Solid. Rock Solid, is there something I can play for you? Is there something I can play for you before we go? We can play the kind of the bird chat.
Stardate 7414.1.
Roxanne says, I can't watch The Visitor. Makes me cry too much. Yeah, I will certainly have soot in my eye, Roxanne. I'm sorry you can't watch it. Darth Maul says, hail Bop, hail you, hail Darth Maul. I'm going to start doing my work on the 10 hottest lesbian kisses. Is that what I was supposed to do my work on? Yeah. I'm going to start looking those up. That would be an interesting video to put down and put out. So we're going to end on Joshua's super chat that he made for me many days ago. Oh, kissing Dax. Okay, we're going to end Thomas says Rock Solid wanted you to play Jackbox. He wanted me to play Jackbox. Well, we play Jackbox maybe on Fridays. I can't play Jackbox tonight. I am sorry. Let's see if we can get Kissing Dax. Let's get Kissing Dax for Rock Solid before we go. Darth Maul, you're doing the Lord's work, my friend. Thank you. It's a fake. It's a fake. Okay, come on, Kissing Dax. Come on, Kissing Dax. Ah, damn it. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Come on. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
I've been monitoring your communications with Starfleet Command, Captain.
Well, we have a donation. Okay, a donation has a 1 in 5 chance of being Kissing Dax. This was from yesterday. Rock Solid says, having lost my dad, can't do The Visitor. I understand, Rock Solid. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Kissing Dax. Thank you again, NYPD. So that was yesterday's, but it worked for today. So there you go. Rock Solid. Qapla All and Bird out. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember I gotta update this and subscribe. I need a new ending credits. That bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new. These ending credits could be. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of jazzed up a bit. BirdoPrey5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care. And Joe Biden donated $1 and said, Jackbox is a stupid game. Only Trump losers play it. Number 22. Well, thank you, Joe Biden, for your opinion. Friday. We will try to play Jackbox, but we will not let Joe Biden play. Qapla All. Bird out.